So student, in the previous video, we have seen about the degree of freedom, right? For degree of freedom for monoatomic, degree of freedom for diatomic, again in diatomic two types, rigid diatomic molecule, non-rigid diatomic molecule, all that thing we have studied. Now in this lecture, we are going to concentrate on specific heat capacity. Now what is specific heat capacity? This specific heat capacity is nothing but the amount of energy given to the gas molecule so that the temperature of that gas molecule will rises to 1 degree Celsius. That amount of heat energy is to be called as a specific heat capacity. But while studying the specific heat capacity, we have to take mass of a gas as a 1 unit mass, or I can say that 1 mole of a gas. So what I say that the amount of heat energy required to rise temperature of gas molecule to 1 degree Celsius, at that time the gas amount we have taken as a 1 mole. At that time it is called as a molar specific heat. Suppose if I am saying that amount of heat energy required by the gas of 1 unit mass so that its temperature rises to 1 degree Celsius, then it is to be called as a principal heat capacity. So if we are concerned, if I am taking mass, unit mass of the gas, that heat capacity is to be called as a principal heat capacity. And if we are considering 1 mole of a gas, then it is to be called as a molar specific heat. Clear? Now, during this heat energy will be received by the gas molecule. So when some amount of heat energy is given to the gas molecule, due to that its temperature rises. So there is a rise of temperature. And when there will be temperature rise will be there, at that time there will be the tremendous change in the volume of gas as well as tremendous change in the pressure exerted by the gas. So, when heat energy is received by any gas molecule, due to that heat energy, its temperature rises. Though that rise is small, that is if the rise is 1 degree Celsius, but due to that small rise in temperature, at a time there will be the considerable change in volume and considerable change in pressure. And therefore, there is a need to define two specific heat. One specific heat is called as a CV, that is specific heat at constant volume, and another specific heat is called as a CP, which is specific heat at constant pressure. So there is a 2-mark question. Why there is a need to define two specific heat in case of gas? What is the reason behind that? When gas will get heated, due to heat, its temperature rises, and though that temperature rise is small, due to that temperature rise, there is a considerable change in volume as well as in pressure. And therefore, there is a need to define two specific heat. One is specific heat at constant volume, and another is nothing but the specific heat at constant pressure. Clear? So, now for gas there are two specific heat, one is CV, another is CP. Now both the specific heat are related to each other by a relation, and that relation is to be called as a Mayer's relation. So this Mayer relation is relating CV and CP. So specific heat at constant volume and specific heat at constant pressure both are related by a relation, that relation is nothing but the Mayer's relation. So that is your 3 mark question. Derive Mayer's relation for a gas molecule, or derive the relation between Cp and Cv for a gas molecule. Now what is that? Suppose I am saying that here I have taken one container, and inside this container I have enclosed some gas of 1 mole. So I have enclosed here 1 mole of the gas with the help of piston. So here is the piston. Means what I have said that initially I have taken 1 mole of a gas. That 1 mole of a gas has a pressure P, volume V, and its temperature is T. Clear? Now, if I want to increase the temperature of this gas, means what? I am going to supply a certain amount of heat energy. So, if heat energy is supplied to this 1 mole of a gas, then temperature will rise. Due to that rise in temperature, there is a considerable change in volume and pressure. So what I will say that, first concept I will say that we are supplying amount of heat energy to the gas. At that time we are keeping volume of that gas constant. Volume of the gas is constant means what? This piston will not displaced. The piston will remain as it is. Volume inside the gas molecule will remain as it is. So, what is the function of this heat energy? This heat energy rises temperature of that gas, and the temperature of gas becomes T plus dT. Means how much is the rise in temperature? Rise in temperature is nothing but dT, because initial temperature is T. Due to absorption of heat energy, temperature will become T plus dT, means rise in temperature is nothing but dT. Right? And that amount of heat energy I can say as a dQ1. So dQ1 is the amount of heat energy which will be utilized to rise the temperature through a quantity dT. So that energy I am going to call it as an internal energy. So amount of heat energy is utilized to rise the temperature. To rise the temperature, therefore it is to be written as a dP. Clear? Next. Second thing, now I can consider I am going to supply the heat energy to the gas at constant volume, at constant pressure. Means now we are going to keep pressure constant, but we are allowing the gas that volume may increase. So volume may increase means what? This piston will start moving in the upward direction because your gas will get expanded. So here is the expansion of gas. The piston will get displaced through a certain displacement as a dx. Means there is an expansion of gas. Expansion of a gas means in this case the volume due to amount of heat energy, gas volume will become V plus dV. Right? And during this expansion, work is done by that amount of heat energy. And therefore I can say that heat energy at constant pressure is utilized to rise the temperature as well as it is used for expansion of a gas. And expansion of gas energy is nothing but the work. Clear? So this is nothing but as your dQ. Means at constant pressure, whenever amount of heat energy is given, that amount of heat energy, I can say that this amount of heat energy is utilized for expansion. So expansion means volume will become V plus dV, as well as amount of heat energy is also used to rise the temperature of the gas. So temperature of the gas will become T plus V. And whatever amount of heat energy is utilized for expansion, that energy is nothing but the amount of work done in the expansion. And whatever the amount of heat energy is utilized to rise the temperature, that is nothing but as a internal energy. Clear? Now, so what I will say that during when pressure is constant, amount of heat energy can be written as a sum of internal energy plus work done. While what is internal energy? Internal energy is nothing but the amount of energy utilized to rise the temperature of the gas. And what is work done? Work done is nothing but the amount of energy utilized for the expansion of the gas. Clear? So this I am getting at one equation, this equation, first equation I am getting at constant volume, and this equation I am getting at constant pressure. Now I have to write down the value of this dE. dE is what? Internal energy. During this internal energy, what happens? Temperature rises, right? And therefore, for that, amount of heat energy dQ is equal to internal energy. It has a formula, that is mass of the gas multiplied by specific heat multiplied by rise in temperature. This is the formula for what? Internal energy. So internal energy can be written as product of three physical quantities. One is mass of the gas, second is specific heat. Now here specific heat at constant volume, and the third is nothing but the rise in temperature. Therefore, now I can write down here your dQ. dQ1 is nothing but dE is equal to nothing but mass of the gas and then specific heat is nothing but CV and rise in temperature is nothing but dE. But now, just now in the diagram we have seen, we have taken 1 mole of a gas, means 1 mole of gas is taken, so it will M will be replaced by 1. So what I am getting is dE, I am getting as a CV into dQ. This is nothing but the internal work. Clear? Now, what is the next thing? Next thing is nothing but amount of work done. This work done. Is it right? And this work done, dW, is nothing but P into dV. Now the question might rises in your mind. How this comes? dW is equal to P dV. We have seen that diagram जो मैंने अभी रब किया था. The piston will get displaced. ये original piston था. Here 1 mole of a gas is enclosed. उसका initial volume था V. But when undergoes expansion due to rise in temperature, the volume will become V plus dV. Means change in volume is what? dV. Is it right? So what happens here? I am getting dW is nothing but Pd. You have seen in chemistry, thermodynamics, your gas equation. Pv is equal to nRT, ideal gas equation. Here mole of gas is 1, so n is equal to 1. Are you getting? This is your equation. Pv is equal to RT. Is it right? Now here what happens at constant pressure? Means pressure remains as it is. Volume will become V plus V is equal to R is a gas constant. Temperature also rises, so T will become P plus dT. Means what I am getting here, if I expand it, I am getting PV plus PdV is equal to RT plus RdT. So from both sides this PV RT will get cancelled. Why? Because PV is equal to RT. So PV RT will get cancelled. What I am getting? PdV is equal to nothing but RT. And this is nothing but your amount of work done. And therefore here amount of work done can be written as a P into D. Getting? Any doubt here? Clear? This is one thing. One more thing I will explain here. You have in 11th standard, we have seen your work done is nothing but force into displacement. So here I am saying work done is equal to force into displacement. Displacement of the piston is dx. Is it right? This force can be written as P into A from the formula of pressure. Pressure formula is what? Force upon area. So F is equal to what I write? PA dx. And A dx. A is area, dx is the displacement. So A dx. So that I write down dW is equal to P into D. So this is nothing but the work done. Getting? Means now what I write down here, I will write down when your pressure is constant. So at constant pressure, when pressure is constant, the amount of heat energy absorbed dQ can be written as a dE plus dW. Why? Just now we have seen the formula. That is amount of heat energy absorbed is equal to nothing but product of three physical quantities. One is mass, but here number of mole I have taken 1. Then second is specific heat. Specific heat at constant pressure, so Cp. And multiplied by rise in temperature. Rise in temperature is nothing but dQ. Means what I am getting? Or if you not understood, I will again write it here. dQ2 is equal to product of three physical quantity. One is what? Mass of gas multiplied by specific heat at constant pressure multiplied by rise in temperature. So mass of a gas, I have taken 1 mole of a gas multiplied by specific heat at constant pressure Cp, rise in temperature dT. Means what I am getting value of dQ2? dQ2 is Cp into dT. Right? And what we have, this equation I can say as dE equation number 1, dW equation number 2, dQ equation 3 and this dQ2 equation 4. See here, if I equate equation 3 and 4. So if I equate equation 3 and 4, then I am going to write down left hand sides are same, so right hand side must be same. So what I write down? Cp dt is equal to dE plus dW. Get it? We have a value of dE. So that I am going to substitute. So Cp dt is equal to dE is equal to Cv dt plus dW. dW is what? PdV. But just now we have seen from ideal gas equation PdV can be written as RdT. Means what I am getting? Cp dt is equal to Cv dt plus instead of PdV what I will write down? RdT. From all three terms this dt term will get cancelled. What is remaining? Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Means what? Cp minus Cv is equal to R. and this is to be called as your Mayer's relation. So this is your Mayer's relation when we are enclosing 1 mole of a gas inside the container with the help of frictionless piston. Got it? So this is nothing but as your Mayer's relation. Now in this Mayer's relation I have considered gas of 1 mole. Instead of that, if I am considering gas has a certain mass, so I want to express in terms of principal specific heat. So now the Cp and Cv will get replaced. What I will write down? This Cp can be written as Sp into Mt or mass, so MO I can say, and the Cv can be written as Sv MO. If I substitute the value of Cp and Cv here in this relation, what I am getting? Sp MO minus Sv MO is equal to R. Therefore, Sp minus Sv is equal to R upon MO. This is nothing but your relation for principal specific heat. And this is nothing but the relation for molar specific heat. And this molar specific heat relation is to be called as your Mayer's relation. Clear? So this is about your specific heat concept. Fine? So in specific heat concept, we are considering 2 specific heat. Specific heat at constant pressure, specific heat at constant volume. During constant volume, all heat energy is utilized to rise the temperature. And at constant pressure, amount of heat energy is utilized for 2 purposes. Part of the heat energy is utilized to rise the temperature, that is internal energy. And part of the heat energy is utilized to expansion of the gas, that is nothing but the work. And then we will get the relation between Cp and Cv. Clear? Fine. So today we are going to stop here. Next time we are going to consider the MCQ and very short answer regarding this specific heats for monoatomic gas, for diatomic gas, as well as for polyatomic gas. Fine? Okay. Thank you.
Book